I'm not surprised, motherfuckers.
Hey guys, how you doing? I hope you're all well. So today's news is Bungie telling us that as of June 9th of 2026, Destiny 2 will no longer be supported and they will be shifting all of their resources towards Marathon. And the next game, whatever the next game is going to be, God knows. Which is ironic, because none of this would have happened in the first place if they had just kept their focus on Destiny 2. The people who've put thousands of hours into this game, that is almost 10 years old, all of that is getting flushed down the toilet because Bungie wants to focus on a failure of a game such as Marathon. See, these people, these are the same people that after a couple months are like, oh my goodness, how do we end up here? How can this be? Oh my god, I can't believe we've reached this position. We've been put in a predicament as if somebody else did it to them.
What's that? Are you dumb?
So after that, they had the controversy of the art theft within the game designs, which they held a disastrous interview about it. And one thing became abundantly clear during this interview, that Marathon is not a recipe for success. Then it was the teaser trailers, the gameplay trailers, which, by the way, they got ratioed into oblivion. And then the game came out, and it looked like actual visual vomit. Like you would play, I played the game, and I'm like, okay, like this scope is good. Like I said it before, by the way. I'm gonna say it again. I've been playing games since I was 6, bro. I've never had an epileptic seizure. I've never felt sick playing a game. Not even when the motion blur was like to the maximum, okay? Including some of the Resident Evil games, yeah? I've never gotten sick playing a game. You play this game, there's a scope, and it makes the entirety of the vision that you get on your enemy purple, dude. Like, what am I fucking looking at? It's just color all over the fucking place. So how am I supposed to shoot this guy? How are we supposed to progress within the entire time that we're doing these missions? How are we supposed to progress? When I look at my screen and all I see is different fucking colors, like, it gives you a fucking headache. You played for like 20 minutes and you're like, dude, you know what? I'm already exhausted. Not just my eyes, my brain kind of hates me right now. And then afterwards, the Steam charts come out, and you can clearly see that the number of players keeps falling. It's like fucking leaves in autumn. See, this is what happens when companies listen to shareholders to make the next big game, the next Apex, the next Arc Raiders, the next Marvel Rivals. You see, they look at this and they want to follow a trend. Which is wrong, because you're not supposed to do that. You're supposed to make the game, and then the game becomes the trend, okay? But you see, they see it in a different way. They see some specific company launch the game, and it took, and all of a sudden everyone wants to jump on the same idea, and they're like, oh yes, make the next extraction shooter because, you know, it's not oversaturated at all. Yeah, let's do it, you know, let's make loads of money. If you think this way, you automatically think you're the next big game, the next big shit, the next big talk of the town. Of course, this level of entitlement leads you down a very dangerous path, which in most cases is losing astronomical levels of money, destruction of reputation, and ultimately, when you get to it, to salvage anything, it's too late. So you start laying people off. See, all of that happens because, at least in Bungie's case, all of this happened because they couldn't stick to what they know best and wanted to follow the trail of money because the board of directors or the shareholders that have never touched a game in their lives, the bunch of fucking corporate suits that know nothing of gaming or video games, tell them to do something and these guys just blindly follow it without questioning anything. What do you think happens at the end of the road? Do you think you're gonna somehow be handed some bouquet of flower that, oh my god, thank you guys, we did it, we're so successful? See, what make those other games a success or those companies successful is because they didn't follow the trail of money. They just wanted to create good games, great games, and they launched it with that dream in mind, and it took. Apex was launched because battle royales were the hot topic of that time, but that's not why they succeeded. They didn't waste loads of money like Marathon constantly promoting it as the next big talk of the town or the next big launch of Battle Royales. No. I remember watching the interview with Roger Craig Smith, asking them, I was like, so you guys are just launching this? And we're like, yeah, that's it. And they're like, what? You're not like advertising, you're not like promoting. It's like, no, not really. We just want to put it out there, see what people think. And guess what? They did it, and it took. And in my opinion, Apex has the best battle royale of all of them because it had ingenuity. It had things that you didn't see in PUBG, you didn't see in Fortnite. That was hugely successful back then. So they stood out and they won. They made loads of money. And of course, that is before EA gave up on giving them more resources and updating their anti-cheat or whatever the hell kept the game together. And ultimately, the cheaters nuked it into oblivion. All those games who won and stayed ahead and shoulders above others did it with this in mind, that we just want to make a good video game. That's it. There was no trend, no trail of money. With Marathon, the hot topic is the oversaturated industry of extraction shooters, which people are, by the way, very tired of, because everyone got their own favorite, and the rest to them just looks generic. It's like, okay, I got my favorite. I just want to play Tarkov. I just want to play Arc Raiders. That's it. I don't want to do anything else. Yeah? So instead of Bungie sticking to making Destiny better and bringing it back from the depth of Valley of Death, they decide to double down and just pour more money into Marathon, which evidently cost them and Sony huge losses. We just heard about the impairment loss that they did to Sony, $765 million worth of worth of loss. All of that could have been avoided if not for horrifically bad decisions that Bungie made. Destiny 2 could have probably stayed afloat, or maybe even done a comeback with the right decisions if they ever made any. But unfortunately, Bungie is incapable of making good decisions, and instead of salvaging anything out of this situation, they decide to not only nuke one game, one IP that has been out there for 10 years, but two. And I know you're going to be like, oh, well, you don't know that, but well, what if they make a comeback with Marathon instead? You see, here's the thing. This will be Marathon's death, and I'll tell you why. I've said it before, and I'll say it again. You look at their trajectory of how they make progress, and you see, they don't listen to the player base. They don't listen to the gamers. They don't listen to you, and when they do, it's way too fucking late. What they listen to is the shareholders. Is what they say, what direction they want to take it, what stupid shit they want to put in the game. They listen to those guys, yeah? And then, what do you think happens after that? You look at the trajectory of how they're making progress, and that will tell you that Marathon will be joining Destiny 2 in the Valley of Death. But, I don't know, man. It's just one of those things. I'm not happy that they're doing this to those who put thousands of hours into Destiny 2. And now it gets to die for another failure, which they funnily enough called a revolution. Oh, brother. You must be joking. Whatever you're smoking, Bungie, it ain't that good, brother, I tell you. But yeah, that's it for this video. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. And, can't stop making bad decisions, huh? Like, you just can't stop yourself. My goodness. Have a great day, guys, and peace be with you.